Vamos lá, vamos começar agora. Já estamos ao vivo. Fala, galera! Estamos aqui da Rádio Vaca Brava Rock, uma super live ao lado aqui de Blayse Bayley. Hello, Blayse!
Hello!
Yes, man! My name is Marcos Abreu, my friend Mauricio. Yeah.
Oi, tudo bem?
Peccin. E aí, vamos
Hi
lá,
there,
né? Vamos
Blayse.
começar, né, Maurício?
Vamos
Maurício,
começar.
primeira pergunta. Vamos lá, como é que a gente começa agora? Iron Maiden? Pode ser?
Pode.
Então vamos lá.
First, Blayse, it's a pleasure to know you finally.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's an honor talking to you. Actually, you're one of my favorite metal singers. So yeah, I'm really happy to talk to you. And so we'd like to talk to you. I'd like to make you a question about your Iron Maiden time. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, it's a long time ago now, so it's difficult to remember. It's 25 years ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I was talking to Marcos before the interview and the podcast, and we have an opinion here we'd like to share with you. Iron Maiden, after you were on the band, got this progressive style, just like a deeper tone, yeah. And we both think that this was only possible because the X Factor album, because those ideas started to flourish when you were on the band. Do you see things like this way?
Well, it was the start of a new era that we had. So the feeling that I got was when they had the opportunity to have a new voice, they didn't want an identical voice to Bruce Dickinson. They wanted to try a new kind of voice, a different style. And this is what we did. So many of the songs on the X Factor are dark, emotional songs. And it is a different style. But that was coming, but it was a big change. When we get to Sign of the Cross and Fortunes of War, these are very different, I think, to what came before.
Oh, The Edge of Darkness. I love The Edge of Darkness.
Yes, it's a lot different to what came before, from Fear of the Dark and No Prayer for the Dying.
Yeah, man, that's great. Marcos,
E aí,
então,
Maurício?
Blayse disse que sim, estava vindo essa ideia, talvez no Fear of the Dark, mas que o Iron queria uma roupagem diferente, uma voz diferente do Bruce, né? E isso foi possível com a voz mais pesada do Blayse, né? E era uma coisa mais sombria, mais emotiva, e eu concordo totalmente, eu adoro
Concordo totalmente. E o Blayse é cheio de fãs no Brasil que tem essa mesma visão, que adoram esse novo trabalho. Agora, Maurício, o último trabalho do Blayse agora foi o
War Within Me.
War Within Me. Vamos dar uma olhada com ele. O que ele achou, né? Como é que está sendo a repercussão desse novo trabalho e tudo? Como é que está sendo a ligação dos fãs aí com esse novo trabalho?
So, Blayse, Marcos enforced it here. You have a lot of fans here in Brazil that share our opinion about the X Factor in your Iron Maiden time. So, of course, is your health okay? Is that everything is going fine now?
I am recovering now from the surgery. I had the heart attack, then quadruple bypass.
Whoa.
And now I'm recovering. My first concert is in 2 weeks, in the 27th of October. So it's a small concert and I feel good. I'm very excited, but still it takes a very long time. So it will be a year at least before I'm 100%. But so far, I feel the concert will be good, and I'm very excited. We have some more shows this year, and I thank from my heart, muito obrigado, for my fans in Brazil, all the support and encouragement they give me for standing by me through my illness.
Ótimo.
Eu acabei perguntando da saúde, né? E foi isso. Agora acho que eu vou perguntar do álbum, mas é isso. O Blayse teve um ataque cardíaco, né? E agora tá bem, vai ter o primeiro show agora dia 27 de outubro. E agradeceu muito os fãs brasileiros, essa parte ficou clara. Agora eu vou perguntar de música.
Vamos lá, vamos falar de música.
Blayse, fortune favors the brave, right? So this is one of my favorite verses you wrote, so that's great, man. I hope you're the best in your first show, in your first concert coming back. So will that be based on the War Within Me tour, or what's gonna be this show about?
I chose the set list for these few comeback shows, songs that are some from War Within Me, but then some that are easy to sing, that I can put my passion, less technical, from my history. So different songs from my solo career, and we hope for the best. What's important for me is the connection with my fans, the lyric, to be together so that we are the concert together. Not you look at me. We are all part of the concert.
Yeah. And you have very powerful choices, so yeah, people will sing with you, man. Blayse estava dizendo que vai ser um show com músicas mais fáceis de cantar, que ele possa colocar a emoção dele, né? Esse show vai ter um pouco do último álbum, mas vai ter dos outros também. Vamos dizer que é um período de reaquecimento, né, Marcos? Sim. Então é importante.
Fala com ele, Mauricio, que eu entrei em contato com o gerente dele, né?
Uhum.
E ele falou comigo, olha, o Blayse está indo agora para uma turnê, então a gente se fala mais ou menos daqui a um mês. E eu descobri 2 dias depois que ele teve esse ataque. Foi uma surpresa para a gente.
Uhum.
E, necessariamente, a gente estava programando para fazer um programa especial na rádio, Blayse Bayley. Eu gostaria de saber qual música ele acha que deveria ser a música de abertura e qual música ele acredita que deveria ser a música de fechamento. Um especial para ele na rádio.
Bacana. So, Blayse, when we were trying to, make this interview happen, Marcos was in contact with Mark, I think your manager, right?
Yeah.
And the news about your heart attack got us by surprise. So, yeah. So we are planning to make, a special Blayse Bayley on the Vaca Brava Rock Radio. And Marcos asked, which song do you think should be the first song and the last song on our 1 hour show here, special Blayse Bayley?
I think the first song should be Blood and Belief.
My favorite.
Because it's a big song and my fans are my blood, and it is their belief that keeps me going and making it possible. And the last song should be the unstoppable Stephen Hawking from the new album, from War Within Me album, because it is a song about ignoring what they say is possible. Professor Stephen Hawking, they said you have 3 years to live. But he said, well, I got a lot of work to do. And he was alive for 49 years after they told him he should be dead. So it's a very inspiring story for me, what he did with his body, almost useless, stuck in a chair. He learned to communicate with a computer. It's an incredible, inspirational story. So I think that would be a good end to a show.
That's great. Então, Marcos, a primeira, ele diz que é Blood and Belief, do álbum Blood and Belief, acho que é uma das minhas músicas favoritas do Blayse e do metal como um todo. Que é o que ele diz, né? Os fãs são o sangue dele e é a crença, o belief, né? Que faz ele seguir em frente. E a última seria The Unstoppable Stephen Hawking, do último álbum, War Within Me. Por causa da mensagem, né? O Stephen Hawking era um gênio, mas tinha o corpo todo, né, com uma doença muito grave, mas deram 3 anos de vida para ele, ele viveu mais 49 porque ele tinha muito trabalho a fazer, né? Então,
fantástico.
É inspirador, né?
Fantástico. O Blayse já foi casado com uma brasileira, né? Já veio no Brasil várias vezes, e eu quero saber como é que estão os planos do Blayse para vir para o Brasil, principalmente para Goiânia, hein, Blayse?
So, Blayse, you've been married to a Brazilian woman before, right?
Yeah, my first wife was from Rio de Janeiro.
So, Marcos is asking how are your plans to coming back to Brazil in the future, and especially Goiânia, because you have a lot of fans here.
Well, I'm just waiting, really, for the promoter to sort things out. I love coming to Brazil, and I played so many towns in Brazil, I think more than any other international artist. Not more concerts, but more places in Brazil, more small towns in Brazil. I played more than anywhere, from Rio Branco right down. So in the Amazon, everywhere. So I want to come back, and I hope it is very soon. We're just waiting for the promoter to sort things out.
That's great. You played in São Paulo many times, right?
Yes, and different venues in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, I've seen you live before, and I was with my mom, and
I hope she's okay.
Oh, she passed away a few years ago, but she was a very big fan of yours, and I found this out in a very funny way. She loved Iron Maiden, but I didn't know she knew your albums. And one day I was listening to the Silicon Messiah, and which song was "Whoa, God be to you," and she started singing, like screaming the lyrics, and I was, Mom, what's that? And we went together to see this show in São Paulo.
Good.
É isso.
Yeah.
É isso aí. Bom, então tem pretensão? Vai vir, Maurício?
Então, ele está esperando os promotores verem, né? Já esteve no Brasil muitas vezes, viu muitos lugares, esteve em muitos lugares, e está esperando ver como vai ser. Ele gosta muito de vir para cá. E eu contei esse caso interessante, né? Que eu já vi um show do Blayse ao vivo em São Paulo, com a minha mãe.
Que legal. Bom, então vamos lá, vamos dar uma olhada agora com o Blayse. Que legal, hein? Quero falar sobre isso depois. Eu queria dar uma olhada com o Blayse agora, o seguinte... O Blayse já tá programando o seu retorno aos palcos, né? E o retorno para o estúdio? Será que ele já está escrevendo coisas novas? E qual vai ser a concepção? Qual vai ser o que essa obra vai falar, né?
So, Marcos asking, you got your comeback to the concerts, right? This month, but are you already writing a new planning for a new album?
Yeah, I'm always thinking and always working on new songs and catching little bits of melody and lyrics and things. So the new album that I have now is called Damaged, Strange, Different, and Live. And it comes from my War Within Me album and my Iron Maiden albums, where it's the songs that I feel have come together more live. And so it's a live album, my versions, my treatment of my old Iron Maiden songs and my new songs that have changed and come to life from the studio. And I'll be working on a new project now, and hopefully you will see that next year.
That's great. So this is the first one, and then you're planning for new material after that, right?
Yes, I hope you will have me back on the show.
That's great. Blayse está fazendo um álbum, né, que são reinterpretações, releituras ou de como as músicas se transformaram ao vivo, né, material do Iron, material da carreira solo, que vai ser como que as músicas se tornaram mais dele com o passar do tempo, né? E depois vai vir um outro material também, com certeza.
Cara, isso é muito legal, isso é muito legal. Agora, colocando em questão, o Blayse é uma figura memorável, né? E muito enérgico. E qual que é a lembrança que ele tem que, vamos dizer assim, qual foi uma das histórias mais engraçadas que ocorreram com ele nesse período assim de turnês, né? Seja com Iron, seja na carreira solo, assim, que ele gosta de lembrar e fala, putz, aquilo ali foi...
So, Blayse, you have a very long career, right? And you are a very energetic person. You are a very funny person. So Marcos is asking, do you remember, is there any moment, any funny moment, you know, like that kind of story that you always share, just like very, you know, laughing a lot moments, laughing out loud moments?
Well, we had, before the war with Ukraine and Russia, when everything was okay, I was on tour there, and at each Blayse Bayley show, I tried to do the meet and greet. And when it's possible in Brazil, I always try to meet my fans. But I was in Russia, and a man came to the concert with a bucket of live crabs. And he said, Blayse, I caught these crabs in the Black Sea this morning. It is a gift for you. And it was the craziest thing that ever happened to me at the meet and greet. And so I was worried afterwards at the meet and greet. I said, no live animals.
That's amazing. Marcos, ele tá contando que antes da guerra da Ucrânia com a Rússia, e ele é um cara que gosta muito do meet and greet, né? Então ele faz muito no Brasil, ele estava fazendo na Rússia, né? E chegou um sujeito com um balde com caranguejos vivos. E o cara falou, eu catei hoje cedo no Mar Negro para você. Ele não sabia o que fazer com o balde. E agora ele tem essa regra. Não mais animais vivos no meet and greet.
Que presente de russo é esse, Vitor?
But did you cook the crabs? What did you do with the crabs?
Yeah, we had fresh crab after the concert, after the meet and greet. Yeah, fresh crab, delicious.
Yeah, amazing. With a tint of lemon. Amazing, man.
Ai, muito engraçado.
Marcos,
o que você acha que a gente deveria contextualizar agora? Você que é um profundo conhecedor aí da obra do Blayse.
Eu acho que primeiro a gente deveria providenciar caranguejos vivos para ele aqui no Nordeste. I was talking to Marcos. We should provide you fresh crabs when you visit the Northeast here.
No, I won't, sir. Bolinhos de bacalhau.
Aqui no Brasil é coxinha. Coxinha.
Yeah, coxinha. Yeah,
great, coxinha. Sim, contextualizar alguma coisa da carreira do Blayse, Marcos?
Sim, da carreira dele e tudo, né?
Aham. Bom, tem muitas coisas interessantes na carreira do Blayse, né? Muitos álbuns que eu gosto demais. Teve as músicas com o violonista. Blayse, Marcos is asking me because I'm a very big fan of yours. I really am. It's not because of the interview. And and you have so many memorable albums and songs. But I'd like to ask you about your songs with your acoustic moments. With what's the name of that guitar player, the acoustic guitar player?
Thomas Faison.
Yeah, that guy. He plays very good, man. He's amazing. How's it to you to sing, in an acoustic setting?
I don't limit myself. I love music. And what happens when Thomas is with the classical guitar, and sometimes we also have violin with us, then the voice becomes a different shape. It's a slightly different shape because it takes up a different part of the spectrum. Whereas with full metal, the voice is here in between the instruments, but with the acoustic, the voice is more open.
Yeah.
So it's more emotional in places because the detail is a part of the music. It's a bigger part. The emotion and the detail is a bit bigger when you're with the classical guitar and the violin. The feeling of the chord from the guitar with the voice is a different feeling to the feeling of the voice with the metal guitar.
Yeah.
So it's nice, very nice to do. I have a song called What Will Come, and that's on my Infinite Entanglement album. And I hope that you will play that song on your Blayse Bayley special show, because even though it's not a full metal song, a lot of my fans, that is their favorite song.
That's great. Eu perguntei para ele, né? Que tem muitas músicas incríveis e tal, mas como que é para ele cantar naquele contexto que ele fez com o Thomas Winding, que é o. Sorry, I can't pronounce his name properly. Sorry, Blayse. Aquele violonista clássico, né? E que era uma pegada acústica, né? E ele estava falando que ele ama música, não tem nenhum bloqueio com isso, e que a pegada de fazer uma música acústica é diferente, porque a voz não está entre o instrumento, ela está num outro patamar, tem todo o detalhamento da corda, do dedo na corda, né? Então a voz se torna mais emocional, mais emotiva, e é muito interessante. E ele falou que ele espera muito que no especial esteja a música What Will Come do... Estará, com certeza.
Yes,
aqui é uma ordem, não é um pedido.
Yeah.
Do Infinite Entanglement, que é uma música não full metal, né? Mas é uma música mais nesse sentido.
Ótimo, perfeito. E em relação a composições, né, Maurício? Quais serão os temas que ele vai trabalhar, assim, pretende trabalhar no próximo trabalho?
Marcus is asking, do you have any idea about the themes you want to pursue in the coming material? Because you have this, you're very keen on technological themes, and the Silicon Messiah, 10th Dimension, and science fiction, and you are also a very good writer for very emotional material. So do you have an idea what's going to shape your future work?
Well, for me, the first thing is truth. And the truth that is universal between you and me we all share some truth of the same emotion. There are some things we all feel the same: disappointment, grief, love, joy. We all feel these things. And in the first thing, I'm looking for this. And then if there is something interesting that happens to me, or that I see a movie that I feel, that shows some part of the truth, I want to retell that in a song, then that's what I do. So I don't plan too far ahead with some things. When I did my trilogy, Infinite Entanglement, then it was a story. I knew where I was going. I didn't know all of the details, but with other albums and songs, sometimes it's a collection of songs, sometimes 2 or 3 fit together and they're part of the same story. The most important thing for me is to find the emotional truth, something that will resonate between all of us as humans. That's what I'm looking for. And I think because Blayse Bayley concerts, a bit smaller, a bit more intimate, that when I'm singing with my fans and to my fans in a smaller place, we have a deeper connection than other artists and fans sometimes, because we're so close, physically close, and because my fans know me so well. There is a deeper emotional connection when we're together in the concert. And I think in Brazil, people there in Brazil, the fans are very emotional and very connected and passionate. And that's why we get on so well. That's why in Brazil, we feel a closeness, because I'm a passionate man, and the Brazilian fans are very passionate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Deu para pegar a questão da verdade?
Deu sim. Falou assim que ele quer fazer algo muito conectado com amor, com paixão, essas coisas, né, Maurício?
Esses grandes temas, esse sentimento de verdade, né, e da conexão, né, é muito isso, né? Então, isso está no trabalho inteiro do Blayse, é realmente muita conexão, não é o conceito pelo conceito, né? É o que inspira ele, é o que... e esses grandes temas, né?
Sim. Olha, o Blayse, assim, deu um grande susto, né, em todo mundo quando houve esse incidente. Meu Deus, foi uma coisa assim. E eu estou muito emocionado de estar falando com ele aqui agora, né? E você está sentindo a mesma coisa, né, Maurício?
Ah, sim.
Exato. E eu acho interessante que eu tive acesso a fãs do Blayse que disseram assim: eu considero o Blayse a melhor fase do Iron. Eu tenho ouvido isso com veemência aqui, né? E tudo. E eu gostaria de saber se ele sente isso, se esses fãs chegam e falam isso com ele também e tudo.
So Marcus is saying, because your health incident, got everyone by surprise, and he is very happy to be talking to you, be able to talk to you, and so am I. Yeah. And when we were talking about interviewing you for the podcast, we talked to fans, and everyone was, "Oh man, you're gonna talk to Blayse? Yeah, we love him." And many fans in Brazil consider, I will tell for the fans and for myself, both your albums, X Factor and the Virtual 11 for Iron Maiden, are the albums we don't skip a track, I love many Iron Maiden albums, but I skip, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 tracks every album. And the X Factor and the Virtual 11, I don't do that. Has anyone told you that before? Is that something that comes to you often or not, Blayse?
No. No, that doesn't often come. I like doing those old songs. It's 25 years now, but they're like old friends. And I don't perform them the same as the album. I don't copy the album version. I'm not trying to reproduce what is on the album. What I try to do is say, right, here I am now as a man, and I bring those songs come to life now with me. So it's a retelling of those songs. They come to life. I am a different man with a different voice, and I have these old friends, which are my songs. I say, come on, my friends, come with me now to the modern world and meet my fans. And I sing them not as the record, but I sing them as songs of truth and passion with this great music and some big melodies and important lyrics. But I want it to come into this modern world and carry it into the modern world and give it the feeling that this was recorded yesterday.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great. I love, for example, when two words collide, and I've seen you singing it live before, and it's amazing. Então, o Blayse falou que sim, são músicas que ele tenta trazer para uma questão contemporânea, né? São velhos amigos, né? Que ele não tenta reproduzir como foram no álbum, mas que é como elas seriam hoje, com toda a paixão, com toda a força das grandes músicas que são, mas como que elas são hoje? Isso é onde ele está hoje, é quem ele é hoje, e essas músicas não ficaram paradas no tempo, né? Então são como velhos amigos que se reencontram, mas não ficaram na nostalgia, estão vivas hoje.
Belíssimo, belíssimo isso. E da última vez ele mostrou um álbum. Ele tem algum álbum para mostrar aí agora?
So Marcus is asking, last time you talked to him, you showed an album. So do you have something to share today?
Well, I just got the Damaged, Strange, Different, and Live album, but I don't have it right here.
Oh. Ele não, ele tá com esse, mas não tem para mostrar ali.
Tranquilo.
And there's a new album by Wolfsbane, and it's called Genius, and that is out now. And if you like Wolfsbane, we're back together. It's the original lineup from the first album, and it's a really fun, feel-good album. It's called Genius. We're together with Wolfsbane just occasionally because the four guys are so busy. It's difficult to get together. And when we do get together, it's chaos. And it sounds good. So if you have the streaming, it's streaming on Spotify and all the other ones. It's called Genius, and I hope that you will like it.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know you recorded something together. The four of you?
Yeah, the original lineup from the first album, and I think it's the best Wolfsbane album that we ever did.
Oh, I'm listening to it right after the podcast.
Genius,
Okay.
it's called.
Ele falou que o pessoal do Wolfsbane, os quatro originais, a formação original, lançou um álbum com os quatro que é o Genius, que está no Spotify, está ali, e, pô, não estava sabendo, cara, esse eu deixei passar, vou ouvir.
Cara, ele é um trabalho sensacional. Thanks for it. Beleza, agora vamos para a última pergunta. O que você acha, Mauricio?
Perfeito. So, Blayse,
qual seria o tema?
That's gonna be our last question. We're deciding what to ask.
Well, I'd like to say a huge muito obrigado, Brazil, for the years that you have supported me. I love coming to your wonderful country, and you always open your heart to me, and my heart feels better because I know I have fans in Brazil, and I hope I can come soon with my new album and sing you some of my old Iron Maiden songs as well. I would love to come back next year or soon as I can. So, muito obrigado, Brasil.
Thank you, baby. Obrigado.
Isso,
Tem mais alguma questão?
Cara,
Mauricio?
eu perguntei acho que tudo,
Tudo, né?
se ele tá com banda nova, se tal, acho que é isso.
Beleza. Então
Quer
vamos
deixar uma
agradecer
mensagem?
ele e, né, enfim.
Beleza. So, Blayse, we'd like to thank you very much for talking to us. It's very important. Rádio Vaca Brava, it's a new project. We are trying to reinforce the local scene with cultural bands, but talking to someone with your experience, with your career, with your talent is very important as an inspiration. Many bands aim to achieve what you have already achieved and have the integrity you present to your fans. So thank you very much for talking to us. It's an honor for me, particularly. It's very important. It was very important. And that's it, man. Thank you very much for your work, and we're very happy for your health and glad to see you back on the concerts.
Muito obrigado. See you soon.
Thank you.
I hope. Tchau.
Thank you, Blayse.
Tchau.
Thank you.
And beware the crabs. Beware the crabs.
Thanks, man. Obrigado, Mauricio.
Valeu, Marcos.
Valeu, turma. Que maravilha. Ok. É isso aí, gente. Muito obrigado. Mais uma super live aqui com Blayse Bayley. Continua acompanhando a gente em Rádio Vaca Brava Rock, a rádio web do cenário independente. Valeu, turma.